Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's Monday morning mortgage update. My name is Sean Wohland, and some interesting things to discuss today. We've got potential of a 50-year mortgage that may become part of the quiver of loans that we're going to be offering soon. We'll see how that gets tossed around the government and Fannie and Freddie to see if that actually goes through. Looks like we're going to see the end to the government shutdown this week. It has to pass through and has signed by the president, but it looks like we'll have an agreement there. So that's good news. We'll see how that goes and where rates are at. So I'm going to jump right into it. As you can see here from this candlestick chart, we're down today 7 basis points on the mortgage-backed securities for the 30-year 5.5 coupon. If you can look right here on this candlestick right here, right in the middle here, this is the day the Feds cut the Fed funds rate. And as you can see, mortgage-backed securities lost value. The bond went down, which means mortgage rates spiked. It was kind of a big move, too. So if you look on October 29th, that's the day we should have locked everything right in the morning, which we did, because every day after that, as you can see, we had one day of hope. But then since the Fed's speech, so to speak, mortgage rates have continued to get worse. So it's hard to explain to consumers why exactly that is. Keep in mind this: the Fed's announcement that they were going to cut, or their vote on what the the people in the Feds were going to do, their dot plot is what it's called, like who was expected to vote for a 25 basis point cut. That was baked in because we knew way ahead of time there was almost 100% guarantee that there was going to be a 25 basis point cut a few weeks before they actually announced the cut. So that cut was actually built into the markets. As you can see, we had a good run upward, and then what he said was hawkish, which means he was very tentative and was speaking more about potential for no more cuts this year. And when he says that, the markets have to change what they think the future will look like, and they believe the future could be a little bit higher rates longer this year. So that's why we saw the decline in mortgage-backed securities over the last week or two. So we're not in a good spot right here because we're below the 50-day moving average. If we zoom in here, you can see the 50-day moving averages here. We are below it today. And if you look at the 10-year, the 10-year tried to get above this Fibonacci level right here. You see that little wick going above it right there. But they came back below it. So that's a good sign. So we'll see what the government opening up does. We're going to start to see more of the employment numbers hit because the government's been shut down. So we didn't see any benefits from the lower employment numbers over the last couple weeks. Hopefully that will give us some ammunition and some power to push through back above the 25-day moving average and see rates improve towards the end of the week. So 50-year mortgage, what will that mean for consumers? Well, it'll mean a much longer loan, obviously, better cash flow because it's amortized over a longer period of time, but a tremendous amount of additional interest that the consumers are going to pay over the length of the loan. So there's some pros and cons to this. Does it help with the affordability? Yes. But is it a good thing for the consumer? Maybe, maybe not. But another question is, because the duration of that is longer, will the investors in a 30-year demand maybe a little bit higher rate because of the longer term of the mortgage? Who knows? So we'll see. We'll see how that shakes out. I'll keep you guys updated as we move forward into that discussion, as we hear more information from that. And hopefully we'll get a government shutdown or an end to the government shutdown, a government reopening by the end of this week. So keep your fingers crossed there, and you guys have a wonderful week. Let me know if you need anything at all. I'm here for all your mortgage needs. I am Sean Wohland with the Sean Wohland Mortgage Team here at Waterstone Mortgage. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.